What's up? Tim Sykes, millionaire mentor and trader, here with the man, Stephen Ducks. Congratulations. $900,000 in profits in 1 year from, what did you start with?
27,000, and started last year February.
Yeah, so this is March. So a year and 1 month. 27,000 to 900,000. What is your secret? Tell us. How do you do this?
You wait for the perfect opportunity, and you just need to wait and wait and wait. Wait for opportunity fits every single of your criteria. Then you go for the trade.
What is your criteria? How do you determine what is a good versus a not good setup?
You build a spreadsheet. You know what you're good at, what you're good at, what you're bad at, and you're trying to improve what you're bad at and trying to advance what you're good at.
So you're kind of like Tim Grattani, where, Tim Grattani has a lot of spreadsheets, and he's only taken 1,500 into like 4 million in 5 years. He was formerly my top student. I don't know. Now you're coming up on him. How many spreadsheets do you have versus how many does Tim Grattani have? Are you guys gonna have like a spreadsheet battle? Like dancers have like a dance off, like rappers have like a rap battle. You nerds have like a spreadsheet battle.
I do have a couple thousand spreadsheets of data.
Of course.
So I record, even though I'm not trading, I'm recording what's the pattern works the best.
Yeah.
And I'm taking that percentage into my trading. That's how I make a large amount of money at once, because I never lose.
Never lose?
I don't lose that much because there's almost 90%. There's one pattern has 90% of the winning percentage.
I saw that looking through your trades. You said 87% winning percentage, right? So what is this one pattern that's 87% probability of success?
Okay, there's 3 patterns that works 85% of the time.
Tell me.
Number 1 is first red day.
Yes.
Number 2 is buying huge panics.
Yes.
Number 3, this one has to fit a lot of details and with a lot of experience of shorting spikes. Number 4 used to work really well, but now in this bull market doesn't work that well anymore. It's called shorting parabolics.
Yeah.
But right now, the ETRM, ZSAN, and one of the INNL happened yesterday, destroyed all the parabolic short sellers.
Yeah.
So that pattern is start not working.
So you find that patterns work for a little bit and then they stop working, but these other 3 patterns work pretty much every time.
Every single time.
These are patterns for my penny stocking framework DVD.
Uh-huh.
You must like that DVD.
Yes, I did.
How many times have you watched it? Give people watching this, like, what were the steps that you took to learn all this? Because a lot of people start with 27,000 and they don't go to 900,000. They don't even go to 90,000. How did you learn all this so quickly? What was the steps you took?
I was majoring in environmental engineering. It was so much stress, and there's so much difficult classes I have to take. So
How old are you right now, by the way?
22.
So you're 22. You started with me when you were 21.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
And I'm just thinking doing something more, and I heard about the stock market, and I heard about you.
Yeah, how'd you find me?
Instagram.
Instagram. Nice.
I didn't thought you're a scammer. I never doubted you before because I heard what you're saying. It's actually, with your logic, it's actually helping people.
Yeah.
And so it's not for something like learning something, well, I'm buying this and buying that. And I started getting into it. I started learning your mentality.
Awesome.
And I'm start learning when you are going to buy. So I'm buying before you.
Cool.
So
could you predict my alerts ahead of time?
yes. So I'm starting getting your mentalities, and that's where I start getting little profits from.
Very nice.
You have to be smart.
Yeah, of course.
Then I started looking to. I said, I want to make bigger money. I see Tim Grattani and Michael Good and Mark Crook, and I'm starting noticing the patterns. Starting, I think the first supernova I trade is PRGN.
Oh yeah.
And I see not all supernovas run 5 days or 6 days. But there's going to be one pattern that 5 days or 6 days I can put not all my money is on, but I can put almost 80% of my money to build my account.
Yeah.
And I use that pattern to build my account because the pattern repeats all again and again and again. It never changes, and
It's crazy, right?
it's crazy.
A lot of the patterns are in Tim Grittani's Trading Tickers DVD. Did you like that one?
Trading tickers help me like tremendously.
Yeah, right?
Uh-huh.
He's amazing how much like he gives back to the community. And his webinars too. Did you watch all of his challenge webinars?
I watched all his challenge ones. Yeah.
I know you told me you were studying on the toilet, and I'm sorry I told everybody. 'Cause now people tweet me pictures of toilets. They're like, look, I'm like Steven Ducks. Here's my toilet.
I do have a couple books on my toilets, and every time I sit on the toilet, I read.
Can you really get anything done though? Like, are you on the toilet that long? And you're like studying? Like, is that just to show me like how much you study? Like every minute you're studying?
No, I actually get stuff done.
Really?
I actually take notes on the toilet.
So you multitask. So you're on the toilet, you're doing your business, and you're taking notes?
Mm-hmm.
You're a talented man.
I like to think. I don't like to study. I like to think why we're studying.
Yeah.
So you find the fundamental of it, then that's where it started.
Yeah. So you're like I was a philosophy major.
I love philosophy too.
But you're environmental sciences?
Engineer, yeah.
And wait, you said you're a double major too.
Yeah, I'm majoring in accounting right now too.
So environmental and accounting and stock trading.
Mm-hmm.
How do you have any time to like live?
I don't have time.
We were actually talking about this before the camera started. All of my millionaire students are from the Midwest.
Uh-huh.
And now you've come to Miami and you're like, what did you say?
There's so much stuff to do.
Yeah.
The Uber driver told me, you can do this, you can do that, you can do this. And I was like, okay, stop. I need to pick two.
And there's nothing to do in the Midwest.
And there's nothing.
So
to do.
every single person in the Midwest should sign up and study to get out of the Midwest and come to places where there's stuff to do.
Uh-huh.
Do you still like the Midwest though?
It's quiet, you can do your own thing.
You can do a lot of stuff. You can do your double major.
Yeah.
Are you still doing okay in school though?
No, my grades slipped a little bit.
Oh, but it's okay because you're making more than all your professors combined.
No, I didn't really tell my friends, but I do have one friend following your silver subscription. And they see me on Twitter.
Yeah.
And we're in classmates, and he's texting me like, hey, I saw you on, I've been following Sykes for a while.
But he didn't know.
He didn't know.
You didn't tell him, but I accidentally let the cat out of the bag because I have a big mouth.
Uh-huh.
So what did he say in class?
He's like, can you show me your setups or stuff? Like, can I come to your house?
I busted it for you, I'm sorry. But so he's the only person in your life that knows? Your family doesn't know about your success so far?
No.
Why? Don't you want to share it with them? Don't you want to tell them?
I like to be a surprise, like a big surprise.
I guess this is going to be a big surprise. That's kind of cool,
Mm-hmm.
Do they know that you're stock trading at all?
Mm.
No. Would they be happy that you're stock trading?
I mentioned one time stock trading before, and they're really not liking it.
They're
like,
old school.
Like you put money in stock market, you always lose money, and I put in stock market before. I lost money, so I don't want my kids to lose money.
Yeah.
Something.
So now, are you planning like their birthday, or is there like a big event that you're planning to tell them? What if they watch this video? They don't watch YouTube, do they?
No,
Yeah.
they don't watch YouTube.
Okay, so
They're
no
busy
problem.
persons.
Okay. When are you going to tell them? You have to tell them sometime.
I want to buy them. I don't know. I want to buy them something.
Yeah. Okay, I like that. So you're just going to say, here, I got this for you. And they're going to be like, how'd you make your money? And then you're going to tell them.
Yeah.
But first, you're going to show them like you're going to buy them like a house or,
a house.
something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. I like that. I appreciate
My
that.
mom likes houses, so maybe one day I took her to here and took her to Hollywood and tell my mom my mom, there's all the houses in Hollywood. Pick what do you like?
Yeah.
I will buy it.
Wow, that's cool. I like that. So you want to take care of your parents. What else do you love about this aside from just the money? Do you like the challenge and or do you not like that? Do you
I
wish
like
it were
the challenge.
easier?
The challenge was very challenging 1 year. It, it it just took so much effort for me
Yeah.
to get there.
Yeah.
And
And it's not over. It keeps going.
after you practice that certain amount of skill,
Yeah.
you are set for life. Seriously, you set for life because you can always make money,
I
no
agree.
matter what, with high risk level and good odds of pattern trading.
But you've learned not to go to the grocery store in the middle of the day.
Yeah, I lost 15K on HTGM.
Because you went to the grocery store.
Uh-huh.
Why did you go to the grocery store while you're in the middle of a trade?
I actually got pulled over because I was speeding to go back to my, to my house, and I got pulled over.
You got pulled over on the way back from the grocery store?
Yeah, I didn't bring my driver's license, and I got like a $700 ticket.
So you lost 15,000 plus 700.
Ticket, yeah, and some points minus.
But you still made 100,000 on the week.
Yeah.
So last week you made $160,000.
Mm-hmm.
How did you do it? Was it like 10,000 here, 10,000, 10,000, or was there any one big play?
There's 30,000, 40,000, 30,000, 40,000.
Which plays were they? Were they all shorts?
There's one at, is it? No, not HTG.
Have you posted them on Properly? I think you did.
I didn't post.
Oh, okay.
But I made a big trade. What's it called? I don't remember. Tinker Tony was doing webinar on that.
Okay.
I was shooting big from 3.6, 3.7.
Okay.
If you Mark Crook knows it too.
Okay. And Grittani was shorting it too?
He didn't short. He said he's waiting for bounces to short.
Wow, and you just went in.
So
You're a little more aggressive than him.
I actually swing that trade, and they actually diluted 10 million shares, and selling on the way down.
Nice.
So I covered that. Like, I shorted 3.7, covered 3, and got a bounce to 3.5, and covered at 2.4.
Wow, that's awesome.
So
So, I mean, I also see you in the chat room, in the challenge chat room, and thank you so much for helping, you're helping mentor other people. Like, I see you answering questions. You need to be a little more selfish. Like, focus on you. You're already a double major. You're already trying to make millions of dollars. Like, calm down.
I see people making stupid mistakes.
I know.
I see people shorting AUPH. Like, why do you short AUPH?
Entire chat rooms got destroyed, to be fair, on that. So they're influenced by groupthink. Like when a lot of people are shorting a stock, they're like, oh, let me short too.
You can't let alerts get you right.
Alerts and anybody else. You have to be self-sufficient.
Yeah.
And this is what you're, not just preaching, you're practicing.
Also, I tried to short after offering. It never worked for me, so I didn't short AUPH this time.
Yeah. No, I mean, what was it? TGTX just kept going. They did an offering and it keeps going.
And AKA, now it's $27. I was shorting at 13.
Yeah. Yeah. So what have you learned about short selling that, you think would be a good tip for people? Because I see some people, there's a flawed strategy, I think, that's out there where you just short these plays and the higher it goes, you short more and more because they're always going to come down. And in the past 6 months, this has destroyed a lot of people. What do you think?
So when you trying to short a low float, especially a low float right now, under 10 million float, you can't short on the front side of the move. You have to wait for the momentum snap, and you wait for the back side of the move.
Yeah.
And because right now the supernova goes a lot higher than before, and you can still make that much money when there's backside move. So why you rush it in so much?
How do you determine the backside from the front side? What's the key indicator that you use?
Either the stocks go red, or the stocks has a huge panic in the morning.
Yeah. Even if it comes back, but it doesn't finish at its highs.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
panic is the crack.
You want to see on stocks to trade, there's volume bars underneath.
Yeah.
So you want to see where's the red volume bar the most, and you can see where all the backorder is.
Yeah. No, I've seen your video lessons. Do you like stocks to trade software?
Mm-hmm.
You like the tools?
I've been using them since starting.
And we're adding more features to it too. So just
I see the too.
You can give us tips too, because you're going to be like a power user. So whatever you need, we'll build. We have a whole programming team.
I think stock trade is really good right now. Sometimes a little bit bugged.
Yeah.
But like the software is perfect.
We're working on it. It's brand new still. But I like that you say, you're looking for the red day, you're looking for the panic. Do you use any like crazy technicals like Bollinger Bands and RSI and Mac?
No.
Thank you. Do not use all these crazy technical indicators. It's amazing how many people, they're like, what do you think about this? Like, I'm like, I've never used that in my life. I don't know.
See, actually, at first, I got your books. I was flipping and learning them. I was like, okay, we don't use any indicators. That's good. That's easy for me because my language was bad. I can't understand those.
So English is what, your third or fourth language?
Fourth language.
Fourth language. I feel just unaccomplished next to you.
Supernovas, ETRM destroyed so many people.
I know. ETRM, IDXG also. Remember that one?
IDXG.
DRYS. Do you know how many people said, oh, in the 30s and the 40s, it can never go higher. Then it goes 100.
I was shorting at 60. That messed me up.
It did.
It 60 quick drop to 45. I was looking for that mass panic.
Yeah.
And it just kept going.
Yeah.
I cut my losses at like 60 something.
But you cut your losses. So let's talk about that because we talked a lot about your gains. That's awesome. How do you cut your losses aside from when you're coming back speeding from a grocery store?
So I don't really put hard stops. I only use mental stops. Because people can see it.
You're preaching. I did not tell him to say that. I agree. The market makers can see your hard stops. So that's why you don't want to use them because the market makers will drag the price to your hard stop, take you out, and then put it right back.
And when you're taking your losses, you have to go into the trade with a plan first.
Yeah.
And you want to know where you're going to cut your losses.
Yeah.
And you can't always go in as full positions. You have to kind of calculate when the stock if the stock goes here, and if I break this level, I have to cut my losses. And what's your maximum loss?
But do you stick to your plan always?
Yes, I always.
How do you do that? Because a lot of people get emotional. They're like, I don't want to stick to the plan. Let me just add to my position.
I close my eye and I click it.
You close your eyes every time?
Yes.
You have to click it.
I have to close my eye. I have to close my eye.
How do you know you're clicking the right button?
I move the mouse to the stop.
Okay.
And then close my eye and click it.
So you like take one. You like bite the bullet. Basically.
I can always make money back. Well, what's?
I agree. So have you had a big loss yet?
I had.
Or what's your biggest loss?
Biggest loss was like. Biggest loss was like 20K, 25, 30K ish.
You've made hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars, and your biggest loss is only 20,000.
But I had a bunch of 20K, 30K losses.
I understand, but in the grand scheme of things.
But I don't have that huge 200K losses.
That's what I'm saying. So Tim Grattani on his way to 4 million. I mean, he's lost $100,000, $200,000, $300,000. You haven't had that yet.
Because I watch his DVD.
Yeah, because you learn from it. So this is what I'm saying. So the more that we teach, I think it speeds up your learning curve because then you can learn from our mistakes and you don't have to necessarily.
That's why I learned so fast. That's the reason why I learned so fast.
How many times have you watched the DVDs? You just watch it once or twice or what?
I don't know how many times I watched. I watch it when I'm free.
Yeah.
I listen to them when I cooking and stuff.
Yeah. If someone was beginning today, what would you suggest for them to do over like the next month if they want to maximize their education?
First, if you want to make money, you have to have patience. So what you want to learn is you have to go over almost every single person that in Tim's team. So Michael Good, Mark Crook, Tim Grattani, you have to go over their all their stuff, and you can kind of get a general picture of it. And the rest of the time, for a month, you just watch the market.
Who did you learn the most from out of those choices, or did you combine everyone's?
I combined everyone's. You have to learn everybody's advantage to make better advantage.
I agree. I think that's what you should do, and that's why, frankly, we've created this team. Did you learn more when you joined the challenge versus just video lessons? Do you see any difference?
There's huge difference. Like I can't compare. It's too much between challenge and the video lessons.
Why?
Because there's people can tell you what you do, what you can't do, and you can see people putting their trades in, and you can think why they put their trades in. And if you're only doing video lessons, you can't see those live stuff.
No, I agree. And I'm glad that you've taken the lessons and you've learned, because that's, you're like my ideal student, where we make these videos and we hope that our students are like not trying to copy the trades, not follow trades, but learn from our mentality. Why are we entering this trade? Why are we exiting? So that you can kind of model it for your own personality. Is that what you've done?
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
Yes.
Because we have different personalities.
Yeah, I do.
And you actually tweeted me the other day, and you're like, "Thank you, Tim. I've taken your stuff and made it better." And you're like, "Your winning percentage is 70%. My winning percentage is 87%." I thought you were fake in the beginning, because I was like, "How does this guy do everything so quickly?" Like, we've had students who have done very well, but like even Tim Grattani, I mean, he didn't get it until like a year and a half in.
So when Tim Grattani started, he started with 1,500. Okay, and he started with only watching your video lessons.
Yeah.
And so I watched his journey, Michael Good journey, and your journey, and Mark Crook journey. That gives me 3 more examples for me to learn. And
you have exponential learning curves.
Then
this is why technology is improving so quickly.
Then my learning curve speeds up than Tim Grattani.
Yeah. So you beat Tim Grattani now.
With
the learning curve, not in
learning
terms
curve.
Of, yeah, that's what I mean. That's cool. Okay, so first month, everyone should have patience. They should study all the stuff. They should join the challenge. This is what I'm understanding from you. What's next? How does someone actually take what they have in their head or a spreadsheet and turn it into a strategy? Do you like paper trading? Do you think that they should paper trade or just trade small positions?
Trade small positions. Don't trade. I don't really suggest paper trading, because it's kind of building into your emotion.
Correct.
So it's not, you can build really small position, like 50 shares.
Exactly.
Starting with.
For me, paper trading, Stocks to Trade has paper trading now, because people, first of all, they just have to get used to the volatility, so it's good for them. But it's not the full emotional education. The trading, the hardest part of trading is controlling your emotions.
Yes.
I
agree.
Frankly, why I'm so impressed with how you close your eyes. Do you close your eyes when you take profits, or is it just when you cut losses?
I close one eye to take profits.
Are you serious? We're going to have so many students who are going to be like cross-eyed. Wait, so you close one eye to take profits.
I close double eyes to cut losses.
What if you hit the wrong button? What if you mean to exit the position and then you double the position because your eyes are closed?
No, I put my mouse on the button and I close and click it.
Why do you close your eyes?
Because I don't want to see the red stuff.
But why do you do one eye open then when you have a profit? Why don't you want to do both eyes open?
Because it's a smile face, something like that.
It's a smile. So you're making a smiley face at your own computer?
We're all nerds.
We are all nerds. I agree with you on that. Did you start this practice right from the beginning, or is this something new?
I figured close your eyes and cut your losses is much easier.
Yeah. It's like jumping out of a plane, like just Geronimo, like if you go skydiving.
Yeah.
Have you gone skydiving?
Yes.
Is there anything you haven't done?
I need to go to Africa. I haven't went to Africa.
I actually went skydiving in Africa. I win! South Africa, that was my second time skydiving.
I never went to Africa, but
you're not missing much. I don't know.
I went to Europe and almost all around the world. But
how many countries have you been to? Are you beating me with countries too?
How many countries are you in?
I'm at 112 countries.
112.
Don't you say 112
I'm at like 70.
I'm a competitive person.
70, 80.
How? How have you had all this time? I'm saying traveled to these countries. I'm not saying just stayed in an airport and been oh, tick one off my box.
No, travel. Actually travel.
You're 22 years old and you've been to over 70 countries. I'm kind of a crazy traveler and I've been doing this for 20 years.
My dad likes to travel and he takes me to travel.
So have you been traveling while you've been trading or no?
No.
Because you're in school.
No, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Traveling. I haven't traveled for a long time.
Yeah.
Was stuck in school.
Are you going to? Are you going to do anything to celebrate your $1 million?
I want to.
Tim Grattani went out for pizza when he, crossed $1 million. Or no, that was when he made 100 or 200,000 in a day. What are you gonna do when you cross $1 million?
Buy a Lamborghini.
Buy a Lamborghini? No. Hey, I'll give you my Lamborghini rides here. It's not that great. What's your ultimate goal here? You know?
Ultimate goal.
Yeah. I find everyone has like a goal, like a number or, something that they're working towards. And it's good to define that.
I do stuff that makes me happy, makes me enjoy. I don't really care about the money.
Yeah.
Mm.
You don't care about the money.
I don't.
All my millionaire students and all my top students, you guys are all so humble. It's actually impressive. That's how you should be. That's the right answer. If I was your professor, I would give you an A.
My parents teach me when I was little, you make friends not for benefits.
Yeah.
You make friends for friends.
So you're doing this for the pure challenge, and the money is just a way to keep track.
I want to prove my ability, not the money.
Yeah.
Mm.
So when do you think you'll have proven your ability? When you might buy your mom a house?
When I beat every single one of the team.
What?
Every single one in the team.
It's not a competition of trader versus trader. Maybe
I know it's not a competition, but it's how to say it.
It's a personal accomplishment. I get it. No, that's cool. You should use that as inspiration to, push yourself. How many hours a day do you study and trade in the stock market, not study in school?
I do think a lot. If I'm driving, I'm thinking. If I'm walking, I'm still thinking.
You need to pay attention. I don't want to hear about like, oh, Tim, I was in a car accident. I was thinking.
I can multitask a lot.
You've been pulled over a lot. You tweeted me a few weeks ago saying you got pulled over too.
I get pulled over.
I think you should get a driver.
My license got suspended or something.
Good. I think you should get a driver. I think you should just focus on thinking and trading. Take away going to the grocery stores. Take away all this little stuff.
I mean, I have to live like a normal person.
I understand, but if you're thinking like this, like it's dangerous. I can see you like you have like this genius inside of you, and you're thinking and you're studying, and maybe you're taking notes as you drive, and then you like go into like the back of a tractor trailer.
I only think when I drive.
Okay.
Or I listen to video lessons.
You listen to video lessons when you drive?
Uh-huh.
Really?
You put on Bluetooth and start going.
So that's how much you study. So how much do you think you study per day? Like in terms of, the challenge, video lessons, webinars, stuff like that.
I'm always trying to improve myself. I'm almost study when I wake up.
Yeah.
And starting. I take a little break, but almost through the whole day.
Do you sleep a lot?
I don't. Right now I don't sleep a lot. I don't know why.
How many hours a night?
Because when I'm sleeping, I'm thinking about the stock market.
So you're a full-blown addict. So now we've seen the upside and the downside of this game.
I'm starting
You're an
taking
addict.
pills.
I think aside from studying and trading and your double major, I think you're gonna have to start going to like AA meetings. Like you're like an addict.
I can't sleep. I sleep like 3 hours a day.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Dude, you gotta sleep a little
Sometimes
more.
I can't
burn out.
sleep.
I don't want you to burn out.
I don't burn out. I just cannot stop thinking about stock market.
What do you think the market's gonna do right now?
I don't care. I don't really care.
Every single question, you're getting the right answer. That was the right answer, by the way.
Oh, okay.
You're being tested, okay?
Okay.
Well, you're correct about the money. You're correct about the studying. You're correct about what the market is doing. I'm very proud of you because you've taken everything that I try and teach and you actually like know it. Like I'm not feeding you the answers.
You don't need to care about how far the market goes.
Trust me, you're preaching to the choir here. What do you think about CNBC? Do you laugh at it when do you even watch CNBC?
I never know CNBC. I don't.
I'm sorry, CNBC. I taught him, but I didn't expect anyone to listen. You're right. Like they're always judging like what's the GDP, what's the inflation, and it's all a guessing game.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't know where it's gonna go, so you can't make that much money on it. But they dress it up. It's like dress up. It's like entertainment, At this hotel, actually, there's cabaret. There's like a 150-seat theater, and there's like a cabaret show. And to me, that's like what CNBC is.
You have to understand that most of the people, rich people, doesn't want to teach you because everything you see on commercial, they're trying to take your money. If you see people recommending on stuff on TV, for a lot of people to see, they're still taking your money away.
Yeah.
So why do you think?
How did you know what I was teaching was real then? How did you know that the challenge was like different and we didn't want to just take your money, we actually wanted to teach you?
I watched some video lessons. I can tell.
Yeah.
I really like to think what people thinks. So if I hear you talk, I can kind of tell what you're trying to say.
Good.
Is it real or not?
Good. Because I don't know. I talk a lot, in case you didn't notice. But I'm glad that at least some of it.
There's one kind of person that talk a lot and they talk so much and makes everybody's mad, but he talks real stuff.
Yeah.
That's one of the personalities.
So you can tell that this is real. You could tell from the beginning?
I can tell from the beginning it's real. I never doubted before.
That's crazy. I wish more people. How do I get more people like you? Do you have brothers and sisters?
Actually, my brother is trading.
Okay. How's he doing?
He's 13, but he's trading.
Don't trade when you're 13.
He does good.
He's 13. He shouldn't be trading. He should be living.
So he can be better than me.
Oh my God, you guys are so competitive. I like that. That's impressive. Give me one final tip. Or actually, no, give me one mistake that you see too many people making, because now you help a lot of challenge students. So you have a good kind of like data set. What's the number one mistake that you see people making?
Being emotional. I see a lot of people in challenge chat, if they lost money, they're kind of complaining.
Yeah.
But why you are complaining when you don't trade when you can't lose. So you have to be willing to lose to trade.
And every loss helps further your education.
Yes.
So I don't look at losses as a bad thing, even though it's tough. I agree.
Yes.
Like students get discouraged by losses. Like, I studied so much and I lost, $50 or $500.
Yeah, $500 is like nothing in your life. Maybe it's really important for your life, but
in the grand scheme of your life,
in the long run, it's nothing.
It's nothing in the grand scheme of things. And you learn what not to do.
Mm-hmm.
What's number one tip that you have for people to do more of that you think would make them more successful?
You have to be chill with everything. You can't get anything in your head. You have to be super rational. If you are too eager to make money, you will not make money. You will not make money. Everything works the opposite way. So, of your real life, it's literally sounds like that.
It's counterintuitive. No.
Uh-huh.
So you like my lesson about like thinking of yourself as a retired trader, only coming out of retirement when a play is good enough.
Yes, I only trade plays that are perfect setups.
So how many times a day do you trade?
I don't trade that much. You see that huge amount of trade on my CP account. That's actually a bug.
Yeah, really?
I don't really trade that much.
So how many times a week do you trade? Like 3 times, 5 times a week?
I trade. Right now I'm working on my scalp, so I trade a little bit more. But I used to trade like 5 times a week.
Yeah, so 1 trade a day.
1 trade a day.
Even if you had 27,000, even if you had 100 or 500,000.
So this is the problem for people. Once they open a CP account, they think CP is so good.
It's unlimited.
It's unlimited. You can short everything.
With great shorting power comes great shorting responsibility.
And you can't take that responsibility when you are not experienced enough. You will get blown away.
Yeah.
Like many traders do.
Yeah.
And when you start with your small account with pattern day trader rule, it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. I don't understand why people are thinking it's
Are you serious?
Are
you a robot? Are you sent for me? Are you like an Asian robot program from future Tim sent back into the past? Because you're saying all the same stuff that I'm thinking, and it's kind of freaky.
It's not a bad thing. From my perspective, I worked a small to here, then trust me, it's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
It's a good thing if you're trying to practice. Because I only make like 5 trades a day, or 5 trades a week.
Yeah.
If you can make 3 trades a week and you do like 2 trades overnight, and 5 trades a week.
It's more than enough.
It's more than enough. Like you
But
just.
I think the problem is a lot of people don't know what a perfect play looks like, so they're stabbing in the dark. Like let me try this, let me try this, let me try that, and that's how they're trying to learn. When in fact, if they studied the video lessons and the webinars and the DVDs, they would see the patterns. What do you think helps the most? The DVDs, the video lessons, or the webinars? What helped you understand what a perfect pattern is the best?
The webinar works the most, and the rest of it you have to figure out by yourself. Because different patterns work for different people.
Yeah.
Because I'm right now discovering some long strategies works really well. That beat day perk pattern.
Yeah.
You worked
Yeah, it's crazy.
almost like all the plays. Like I feel like people needs to be serious watching it. I'm trying to teach them how to make money.
Yeah. What do you think people should do? Let's say if they're casually interested in the stock market, what's the first step that they should do? Should they join my challenge right away? Should they watch a DVD? Should they, I don't know, you tell me.
First thing, you have to understand what stock market is, and you go in, you have to pay tuition for it. So if you want to pay less tuition for it, you join something that can help you that you won't pay tuition to the market.
Exactly. The market, paying to the market, you lose thousands, tens of thousands, and you still don't even know the lesson because the market doesn't tell you that.
Because market, you always pay more tuition to market. That's
awesome. Well, congratulations, man. Seriously, thank you for everything, and congrats on your success. And one final thought for everybody.
Okay.
You tell me. Anything that you think. What do you think more people should think about?
Trading is a really easy stuff to do.
Don't say that. That's a terrible thing. Trading is not easy.
I know.
Next comment.
I haven't finished yet.
Okay, sorry. Keep going.
It's really easy stuff to do if you mastered it. And if you mastered it, you can basically go from you can use this skill for 20 years, 50 years. It doesn't expire. But to master it, it's really difficult. Mastering strategy is easy. Mastering your emotion to control your risk level, risk management is the hardest thing you have to work on. So if you want, you need to have a good strategy. 2, you're not craving for opportunities. You have to wait for the perfect setups. And 3, you have to be willing to lose. 4, you have to control your ego. Don't go too big. When you see the perfect setup, there's always something go wrong. You have some rooms to add. And 5, you will be successful.
My name is Tim Sykes, and I teach people to trade stocks. I am a self-made multimillionaire. So this is the ideal trade that I'm going to talk about. I want you guys to understand every single aspect of this trade.